What's going on, everyone? My name is Vince from Life with Vince Lou, and this past Tuesday, September 8th, 2020, I took and passed the California Real Estate License Examination. So I want to take you all through my experience on what to expect on test day. The very first thing that I had to bring to the exam was this salesperson examination schedule notice. I was able to print this out through the portal in which I used to schedule my exam online through the California Bureau of Real Estate government website. It basically just tells you all the details of the exam, the date, time, address, exam room directions, and it also goes into items that are not permitted in the examination room: cell phones, purses, wallets, smart glasses, keys, backpacks, gum, drink, food, study material, tablets, laptops, so on and so forth. And then it also says that you must bring this notice plus a valid form of ID. And now that I have my examination schedule notice, I follow the directions. I go to the exam site with the address, and also it directs me to enter in from the north side of the building. So I did that. I entered in from the north side of the building, and immediately to the right is where you check in and where the examination room is in the back. And with that, when I entered into that area, there was someone immediately there to greet me. He asked me if I have this notice and also a valid form of ID. I said yes, and then he told me that everything else goes into the locker. So I took my wallet out, took my ID out, and then put everything else in the locker. He also asked me to turn off any electronic devices, everything from my watch, my phone, and anything else that I may have. So I stuffed everything into the locker, and at this point, you're able to make a 4-digit code as well. So with the 4-digit code, just make sure that you remember it, because after the exam, when you come out, you'll be able to get your stuff back. At this point, I put everything inside the locker, and then I head towards the registration desk. Once I get to the registration desk, the lady asked me if I have a valid form of ID and also my notice. I say yes. I give them both to her. And at this point as well, I am wearing my glasses and also a face mask. And they do a very thorough job to make sure that there's absolutely no chance of cheating. So the first thing that they asked me to do is put my hands like this and just rotate them back and forth. As I'm rotating back and forth, she's checking my hands, my arms, to make sure that there is no writing. The next thing that they asked me to do is to take off my glasses so they can inspect them. I said, okay, took off my glasses, placed them down just like this. As she's inspecting them, she sees the inside of my glasses with a little red dot, and she says, "What's that little red dot?" And I said, "I have absolutely no idea. I think it's just from the design of the glasses." And she says, "Well, we just want to be thorough just to make sure, because glasses nowadays are really high tech, so we don't really know what's in them." And so she brings over her colleague, and they both inspect my glasses, and then they see the outer part of my glasses, the red O from the Oakley, and they both agree that it's just from the design of the glasses, and they okay that. And I'm also wearing my mask, and she wants to check the inside of my mask, so she tells me, "Can I check the inside of your mask? Just do this." That, I did that, and then she okays the mask. So now that everything's good to go, and they make sure that I am not a cheater, then they give me a mouse with a number on it, and the number correlates with the computer that I'm going to use in the exam room. And then they give me my mouse, and then I head towards or inside of the exam room. So I walk into the examination room, I go to my assigned computer, and even before I start the test, because technically the time starts. You have 3 hours from when you physically press the start button. The time does not start from when you walk into the building or when you check in or even your exam time that you were scheduled for. It starts when you physically click the button. And before I click that button, there was a whiteboard on the side. The whiteboard is about a piece of paper big, and I did a brain dump of all the acronyms in my head and all the other miscellaneous information. I filled up the whiteboard, and then I put it to the side. Once I put it to the side, I clicked the start button. I started around 8:15 or so. I got there a little bit earlier, 7:45, and then walked into the building at about 8, was checked in about 8:10, 8:15, and then started my test around 8:15, 8:20-ish. And I finished in about 2 hours and 10 minutes or so. And once you're finished, all you need to do is click the finish test button and then walk up to the registration counter again, and then they'll print you out your results so you'll know right away. And this exam is a pass or fail exam. If you pass a test, it just tells you that you passed. It doesn't tell you how many questions that you got right or wrong. If you fail, luckily I didn't fail, but I believe if you fail, it tells you the percentage in the given categories that you got right or wrong. And they really don't want you to open the exam results until you're outside of the building. She kept repeating that to me at least 2 or 3 times. She said, make sure you don't open your results inside the building. Make sure you go outside first and then open it there. And with that, they print you out your results, and it's 2 pieces of paper wrapped up like this, and all she did was tape it. The first piece of paper is just like a general information paper, and then the second piece of paper are your results. And for me, as you can tell, I was a little bit excited, and I was like, I finally ripped it, and I saw the big words, congratulations, and I took a deep breath, I passed. Couple additional notes with this whole COVID thing happening right now. They are pretty safe. Everyone is wearing a mask. There's hand sanitizer everywhere. When you go up to the registration desk, there is that thick, clear, transparent screen. And also when you go into the examination room, they make sure to space you apart from all the other examinees, at least by 1 person or 1 desk length. And another note is that if you want to use the restroom in the middle of the exam, because I had to, or if you want to take a little bit of a mini break, you can do so, though just keep in mind that the time keeps running. All you have to do is take your mouse and your ID, press pause on the computer, and then go up to the registration desk. They'll put your mouse and your card into this little holding area. You go use the restroom, you come back, they'll ask you to do that hand thing again, and you check back in, and then you go back and take the test. Also, there are a bunch of proctors to make sure that you do not cheat. As I mentioned earlier in this video, they take cheating very, very seriously. There's a proctor in the front of the room. There is a proctor in the back of the room. They rotate proctors all the time. And there's also a proctor on the right side of the room as well. Well, technically, they're not on the right side of the room, but the right side of the room was glass, so it was clear. And there was a proctor sitting outside of that glass, just watching us as well. And that is what you can expect on test day. At least this was my experience and what I personally went through. And I will be doing other follow-up videos on how I studied for this test, my experience doing the Keller Williams at-home self-study, my 1-day prep course that I took, and I'll be doing these videos in the next couple days and couple weeks, so make sure you stay tuned for that. So thanks for watching. Hope you all enjoyed that video. Please give this video a thumbs up. It really helped me out. If you want to catch another one of my videos, there's a video right here. There's a video right here. And if you haven't already subscribed to my channel, make sure you hit that subscribe button right here. See you all tomorrow.